Hi, everybody. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about dreams. Total writer's block here. I've got so many things running through my mind right now, and it's so swirly. I almost feel like I can't really quite get it on paper the right way. Um, we love dreams, right? Do you have a dream? If I asked you if money was no object at all, what would your dream be? What would your answer be to that? It's interesting because so many of us find a reason not to follow our dreams. There's always an excuse, right? So it's, I don't have the time, or I don't have the money, or I have kids, or I have a job, or I tried it already and it didn't work. I have two kids, I'm too tired, I'm too busy. What happens though, like just as a random thought, what happens if you do let yourself dream? Okay, just take that for a second and let yourself dream of what you want to be. It's scary, right? And the truth is that it's even scarier if you wake up one morning with this crazy idea like I did that you're going to make your dream come true. And what do you think the biggest barrier of us reaching our dreams is? It's fear. So it's the fear of it's not necessarily the fear of starting, because we can all get up and we can all say I'm gonna reach my dream today, or we make a New Year's resolution every year, or we make a deal with ourselves that we're going to do something, or accomplish something. But it's usually within a comfort zone, right? So it's something that you feel like, okay, I can achieve that. Dreams are bigger than that. Dreams are something that is deep down in your heart, and it's in your fire, where you know that this is right for you, and you don't necessarily want to go there. And it isn't because you're afraid to start, it's because you're afraid to fail. So it's the fear of deciding that finally, after all of these years, we're going to go after this big dream that we have that's living inside of us, and we're going to say yes to our passion. And God forbid, it fails. It doesn't work out. But my question is failure in the lack of success of the realization of that dream, or having something actually work, or is the failure actually in not trying at all? So, I mean, how are you going to be successful, and how are you going to be amazing if you don't walk a tightrope? So, all the really incredible people that you've seen in your life, they don't wake up one morning and have gotten hit with a lucky stick, and they're like, oh, hey, I'm just going to go out and make this happen today because, boom, I'm magic and it's going to work. It doesn't work that way. Last year I made a leap into life coaching and transformational coaching, because I see a need for women to have a coach in their lives to help them reach their goals and chase their dreams. I didn't really have anybody pushing me to reach my dream, but I am here because I want to push women to reach their dreams, to feel that fire. I woke up and I decided, yes, I was indeed going to put fear on the back burner, and I was going to run it what I wanted, hair down, full force. And I will tell you what, I have hit a brick wall several times. And anytime we're chasing and running after our dreams, we're going to hit a brick wall. It's going to happen. But what happens when you hit that wall and what you do after that, that's the important part. So, do you turn around, lick your wounds, hang your head, and tell yourself, well, I tried? Or do you back up and you run against the wall again and again and again? And you come out battered and bloody and black and blue. It's kind of like, I don't know if anybody's ever done a Tough Mudder, but if you do a Tough Mudder, you're putting yourself through like physical pain, and bruising and scarring and potential injury to reach a goal. And while, that necessarily isn't as big as a dream, the emotional wounds we can get on the path of reaching our dreams they're deep, and they're impactful, and they are crazy ass scary. But the thing is that like a Tough Mudder, your wounds heal, right? And your emotional wounds are going to heal too. So when you reach your dream, or you even begin to get a scent that it could be getting closer, it starts to get intoxicating. It's a drug. It's addictive, and you start to see nothing but this dream coming to fruition. And all of a sudden, this dream is no longer a dream to you, it's a reality. And at that point, that's when failure becomes not an option and success is the only option. So you're going to run into a wall as many times as you can, and you're going to emerge as bloodied and black and blue as you can. But that wall is going to come down. Because if you keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it, it's going to have a crack. I've run into a lot of walls, and I know I'm going to continue to run into a ton of walls, and I have been battered and blue, and I have had the highest of highs and the lowest of lows in the past year since I woke up and decided, crazy thought, I'm going to chase my dream. But see, the reality is that past that wall, I see my dream. And I don't see it anymore as a dream. I see it as my reality. And I see that it's not a matter anymore of when it happens, or if it happens, it's a matter of when it happens. Because there isn't an option in my brain that I'm going to fail at this. I see my future now so vividly. It's ridiculous. Today I had an amazing opportunity to stand up in front of a corporation and have a talk with a group of amazing women. There was one man there for a little while. And it started as a talk on stress and digestion, but it so quickly morphed into an unplanned but like open, honest, and raw conversation about work and life and love and health, and diving into our own personal truths and why we hide those personal truths to the world, and why we feel that it is not okay to chase this dream. After the presentation today, this has been one of my highest highs. But one thing's clearer to me than ever. So if you want to move forward, you can't look back. If you're looking backwards, you're going backwards. So you can learn from the failures and the lessons that it's taught you, but you have to move on to the next thing. Because for every failure you have, you're going to have success. For every 10 failures you have, you're going to finally have one success. I just keep saying I throw spaghetti at the wall and I'm seeing what sticks. And this is all very new for me, and anytime you go after a dream or you start something new, it's new for you. It's just the majority of us are really content in staying where it's status quo and where it's quote unquote safe, because it's simple and it isn't scary. But if you're a woman out there who has that silent scream inside of you that you are something more, and there's a fire inside of your heart that you want to do just a little bit more, and you're not quite sure how to do it, my challenge to you is just take a step, right? And go knock on that wall. Just tap a little bit and see what happens. And as you start to move a little bit deeper and a little bit further, that fire's going to start to burn a little bit brighter. And you got to stoke it, you got to let it burn, and eventually it's going to explode. And you are going to go to your passion. You're going to find that place that you are meant to be. Be your passion, be your fire, be you, because nobody else can. It's time for you to have an opportunity to be one with who you want to be. And I encourage you to take it. Have a great night.